Alright, y'all, so it's the best time of the day. It's book mail time. And today I've got a copy of The 5 Stages of Grief, poems by Cassie Holguin-Pettinato. So Cassie actually reached out to me about reading a copy of her book, and I was really excited because one, big fan of poetry, and two, I was really intrigued by Cassie's interpretation of the 5 stages of grief in her poetry. To explain a little bit more about that, I'm going to read you a part of her preface, and it says, "Stuttering was the sacred language that forced me to pause. I was inspired by the idea of writing poetry around this theme after watching a video segment called Adaptability. I connected the common disfluencies in speech, repetitions, prolongations, blocks, interjections, and revisions to the stages of grief. I also did some of my own research. After a lot of trial and error, I figured out ways to write out an actual stutter and create emotional stuttering around my trauma. Initially, it was my grief that ushered me into this book, and one by one, I took the poems by the hand and walked through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance." As someone who is exploring her own grief and trying to understand what it means, how it manifests, I'm very excited to read this book and let you all know what I think.